Hey, I'm James Stroud. I'm a graduate student at Florida International University and here at Fairchild Tropical Botanic Gardens in Miami, Florida.
I'm Chris Dawley, a researcher at the University of Rhode Island.
And I'm Jason Colby. I'm a professor in the Department of Biological Sciences at the University of Rhode Island. And together, we're a group of researchers that have been studying Anolis lizards, also called anoles. And you've been helping us with our research through your participation in Fairchild Tropical Botanic Gardens Lizards on the Loose Challenge. Anoles are a group of lizards that have been incredibly important for the study of ecology, evolution, and animal behavior. There are approximately 400 species of anoles found throughout Central and South America, including the Caribbean islands, and in the southeastern United States, including where you live in South Florida.
Different species of anoles live in a wide variety of different habitats. Some live on the ground and at the bottom of trees, some live on the trees and all the way to the top of the trees, in the canopy, also called the tree crown, while some avoid trees entirely and live in the grasses that surround the trees. Because of this, many anole species have very specific adaptations to the sort of habitats that they live in. Only one species of anole, the green anole, is native to South Florida. Over the past 100 years, however, at least 5 other species of anoles have been introduced to South Florida from throughout the Caribbean. The brown anole, Anolis sagrii, from Cuba. The crested anole, Anolis cristatellus, from Puerto Rico. The bark anole, Anolis disticus, from the island of Hispaniola, which includes the countries of the Dominican Republic and Haiti. The night anole, Anolis equestris, from Cuba. And the Jamaican giant anole, Anolis garmani, which, not surprisingly, is from Jamaica.
The introduction of anoles into South Florida has given us a great opportunity to study the ecology of these lizards. And we need a couple of key pieces of information to help us with our studies. First, we want to know where you find the different species. This is known as their distribution. We're also interested in their population size, so how many of each species do you find in each place? And finally, we're interested in how these patterns of distribution and population size change over time. Through your incredible hard work with the Fairchild Challenge, you've helped us answer these questions.
Over the past 3 years, 1,725 students just like you from 117 schools in South Florida have conducted over 1,750 surveys that you see here, which have recorded over 24,000 lizards. Your hard work and dedication to this Fairchild Challenge Lizards on the Loose project has been incredible. It has increased our understanding of where anoles live and where they're distributed throughout Greater Miami and South Florida. This amount of work is astounding and something us as a small group of scientists wouldn't have been able to do on our own.
One species that we are particularly interested in is the Puerto Rican crested anole. This species was introduced to Miami twice in the 1970s, first in Pinecrest, which is south of Miami, and also on Key Biscayne. We've tracked this species for over 10 years and found that crested anoles like more forested parts of the city, such as parks, gardens, and shady tree-lined streets, where temperatures are a bit cooler. Our last survey 6 years ago showed how far crested anoles have spread in Miami since they arrived over 30 years ago.
This spring, we returned to Miami to check on the crested anoles, and we used the data that you've created to help us decide where to do our visual encounter surveys, the same types of surveys that you did as part of Lizards on the Loose.
We found that crested anoles have continued to spread in Miami, and the data you contributed as part of the Fairchild Challenge was incredibly valuable. Your work led us to areas where crested anoles hadn't been found before, including some right on the edge of the cristatellus invasion.
We encourage you to continue being citizen scientists by observing anoles and other organisms in your own neighborhoods.
One way you can contribute is through participating in the iNaturalist community, which allows you to record and share your observations, including photos, online. You may even get help from us in identifying anoles.
So from us on the Lizards on the Loose team, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for your help.
So from us, thank you so much for being involved with the success of our Lizards on the Loose project. We hope that you stay involved, all of you school teachers, and encourage your students to also contribute to the Lizards on the Loose project. It's going to develop a lot in the next few years, and we're very excited with how it's going to continue.